Welcome to my live streaming Joris Passions. How are you guys? Welcome to my channel. Kamusta kayo dyan? Hello, hello. Make a shout out. Let us journey. Shout out. Kamusta? So welcome to our live streaming. So we will be talking about the forms of government. So we are here in the Philippines and we are in the democratic forms of government. And what I can say is I am enjoying democracy, yes, and to build your own potential of what you can be. You have human rights given the dignity and worthy of emulation if you achieve something that can benefit mankind and that can benefit people in the society. Yan. So the purpose of government, why do government exist? So in every country, they have their unique forms of government. So my question is, why do government exist? So one major reason is that they create rules. Yeah, they create rules. But what rules are necessary or desirable? That is open to question. And different types of government have certainly created a wide variety of rules. Government almost certainly originated with the need to protect the people from complex, yes, and to provide law and order. So why have conflicts among people happen throughout history? So many people, both famous and ordinary, have tried to answer that question. Perhaps human nature dictates selfishness, and people inevitably will come to blues out over who gets what property or privilege. Smile, shout out. Kamusta kayo dyan? Tay, channel, shout out. Ayan, smile, kamusta? Maraming salamat dyan sa inyo ha. Smile, see it's. How are you? Welcome to my channel mga langga. Thank you for dropping by and visiting. You can yeah, meet new friends. Thank you so much. Patamsak mga langga. Thank you for visiting and welcome. And yes, perhaps human nature dictates selfishness, and people inevitably will come to gloss over who gets what property or privilege. Or maybe, as Karl Marx explains, it is because the very idea of property makes people selfish and greedy. Whatever the reasons, governments first evolved as people discovered that protection was easier if they stayed together in groups. And if they all agreed that one or some in the group should have more power than others. So this recognition is the basis of sovereignty, or the right of a group, later a country, to be free of outside interference. How are you there, host? I'm good. Smile, see it. Thank you so much. You're now my moderator. You can also drop your link if you wish. Thank you. Thank you guys for listening. How are you there? Maraming salamat sa inyo ha. Ayan. Napaglakay-bay mga langga. Maraming salamat. Yeah. A country then needs to not only protect its citizen from one another, but it needs to organize to prevent outside attack. Sometimes they have built great walls, and guarded them carefully from invaders. Other times they have led their followers to safe areas protected by high mountains, wide rivers, or vast deserts. Historically, historically, they have raised armies, and the most successful ones have trained and armed special groups to defend the rest. Indeed, in the 20th century, governments have formed alliances and fought great world wars. Uh, they fought great world wars in the name of protection and order. So in more recent years, government responsibilities have extended to the economy and public service, an early principle of capitalism. When economies spun out of control during the 1930s and countries sunk into Great Depressions, government acted. So, the United States Congress created the Federal Reserve System in the early 20th century to ward off inflation and monitor the value of dollar. No? So we have this Franklin Roosevelt and his brain trust devised New Deal program to shock the country into prosperity. Na perhaps government responsibility to provide social programs to its citizens is the most controversial of all. Uh, so in the United States, the tradition began with the New Deal programs, many of which provided people with the relief through jobs, payments, and food. So during the 1960s, President Lyndon Johnson, his Great Society programs aimed to eliminating poverty in the entire country. Many European countries today provide national medical insurance and extensive welfare benefits. Many Americans criticize na many Americans criticize these programs as expensive ventures that destroy the individual's sense of responsibility for his or her own well-being. So the debate over the proper rule of government in providing for its people's general welfare is still alive and well today. No? Through Though the rules and responsibilities vary greatly, through time and place, government must create them. Governments provide um, the parameters of everyday behavior for citizens, protect them from outside interference, and often provide for their well-being and happiness. Popcorn, shout out. What's popping? Hello. Oh, thank you, TWP Popcorn. Thank you very much for dropping by. How are you? Thank you for visiting. So you have these types of government or forms of government. No, we have this anarchy. Anarchy, no government and no laws. Uh, Total disorder. Example usually comes from government failure overthrown. That is the types of government, the anarchy. For the description, no government and no laws, total disorder. It is very important that a certain organization in a certain place, in a certain locality, communities, country, or nations, there must be rule. And that rules, you know, is relevant to create peace and order. This anarchy no, and description the leaders of government are also leaders of the religion. Example, the Vatican and Iran. For the oligarchy, we have this when a family or small group of people control all of government's power. Example, Saudi Arabia's royal family. That is an example of oligarchy forms of governments. And this other one is the dictatorship. A dictatorship consists of rule by one person or a group of people. Very few dictators admit we are dictators and almost always claim to be leaders of democracies. The dictator may be one person, uh, just like Castro in Cuba, Hitler in Germany, or a group of people, no? The Communist Party in China. Uh, for the dictatorship, a leader takes control over the government and has the total power. Example, Cuba, Castro, and Iraq, Saddam Hussein. That is the example of a dictatorship forms of government. We have there's this think, pair, and share. Are you ready now, Langga? Do you have questions? If you are there, you can, if you are inside my class, I will give you an examination and the methods and teaching or strategies will be think, pair, and share. Some question para mapaisip kayo. What will likely happen if government denies all power to the people it governs? What do you think? Popcorn. Are you still there? Popcorn. What do you think? What will likely happen if government denies all power to the people it governs? Jason, smile see it's. What do you think? I am soliciting your own opinion. Tai Tai Channel, shout out. Kamusta kayo dyan? Yelmons Hong in Hong Kong, Tamsak Idol. Langga, What will likely happen if a government denies all power to the people it governs? Ano sa pamatsyag mo? Ano sa kaya? Siguro magkaroon ng ano, no? Ah. If the government denies the power of the people, what do you think, especially if you are in the democracy? I think there will be chaos on that. There will be a conflict. Yeah, magulo. So this should recognize, government should recognize uh, the power of people that governs. Okay. Yalmon, Hong Kong, salamat sa patamsak mo langga. Meron ka na jacket? Pwede ka na magbaba ng bahay. Salamat. Kamusta kayong lahat dyan? What's popping? From TW Pattern. Then another forms of government is the monarchy. Monarchy consists of rule by a king or a queen. Sometimes a king is called an emperor. There are no large monarchies today. The United Kingdom, which has the queen, is really a republic because the queen has virtually no political power. And then we have this what we call the absolute monarchy. When the king or queen has the total power over the government. Example, Louis the 14th. Na? Yes, Louis the 14th in France. Then we have also this the constitutional monarchy. The constitutional monarchy, the king and queen is limited by law and share power with elected officials. Example, the present day England. Mm. The king plus the constitution with the people equals an act of parliament. Then we have this AG. Shout out, sir. I'm back. AG. Dahil sa'yo, nakita kay mga content ko, kaya ako nag-discuss din dito ng mga, about government. So I'm talking this uh, types of governments. Kamusta ka dyan? O hindi ako, ay nakalimutan ko. Sa sunod lang ako mag-StreamYard. Nakalimutan ko naman, sana mag-StreamYard ako. So we have this democracy. AJ, kung ikaw papiliin, what types of governments do you like? In my case, I like democracy. No? Because I want to be free. I want to be happy. I want to decide in my own. But it should be conform with the laws and rules wherever I am. No, so because in democracy, also if you violate the rules, there is sanctions or penalties. You should conform to the laws. So the word democracy literally means rule by the people. Mr. Tamiya 89, hello brother. How are you? Democratic. Yeah, ako rin gusto ko democratic. No? I want to. Mr. Tamiya 89, what types of government do you like and why? Me in my case, I want democratic forms of government. I am happy in these forms of government. In democracy, the people govern. So that's why if you are in the democratic forms of government, so people must choose their leader and vote wisely, something like that. And then we have the direct democracy. But too much democracy can correct. Yeah. Too much democracy can kill a country. Yes, most especially if this country did not implement the rules. They do not implement their laws. So there must be a sanction for any violations of the laws. No, so people in power must observe proper. What is proper should not be denied. But yeah, true AJ 101. Ayan. Mr. Tamiya is also my awesome friends, international friends. Thank you so much, Mr. Tamiya 89. So we have this direct democracy, no? So this direct democracy is the power of government is controlled directly by the people. Example of this is New England town meetings. So people can decide if yes, 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 if no, no, no. Uh, they have the voice, the masses are very powerful. I am still praying for Ukraine. Yeah, hoping that there is there is still negotiation and dialogue, and what is given to them, what is due to them must be given, since they are also what in they are their government is like they turn into democracy. So hope they will they will be given the chance to manage their own government and to protect the people as well. Yes, and I think the join with the USSR is very nice. Sana noon pa no, ngayon lang. So I think it's not so late. So hoping that they can able to recover their land and to go back a normal situation and to rise their economies. So we have this another forms of government is representative democracy. So the people elect representatives who then make decisions for them. Example is the United States. They have this representative democracy. Like the Philippines, even you kill a whole family, will just have reclusion perpetua. It must be death penalty since it's heinous crime. Yeah, supposed to be. Even you kill a whole family, you will just have reclusion perpetua. Yeah, reclusion perpetua is panghabang buwan na pagkulong. It must be death penalty since it's a heinous crime. Yeah. Supposed to be the laws is implemented, but I don't know why. Maybe because maybe of a religious factor, we are influenced by our religion. The laws are being influenced also by the religion, because in religion you shall not kill. Give the people the chance to change and transform. People change. They can be bad today, but they can be good tomorrow, and they keep on learning the hard way sometimes, and others, I don't know, learning not at all. But there are some people learning the easy way. Yung di ba tigas ang ulo, learning the easy way. AJ! Yeah, AJ 101. Ayan, mabait yan si Mr. Tamiya. Gaming channel yan siya, langga. Tapos, simple-simple lang yan, pero mabait yan sa kanaba, napaka very sportive. Yeah, Mr. Tamiya is an awesome guy. Thank you so much, Mr. Tamiya. Yeah. So example of representative democracy is the United States. And we have this republic, a literal democracy. Na? The republic is a literal democracy is impossible in political system containing more than few people. All democracies are really republics. In a republic, the people elect representatives to make and enforce their laws. That's why people do not afraid to commit crimes because they think that they will only be imprisoned and feed them for a lifetime. Yes, no, you have some point, AJ. You have some point. I know some people they want to be in the jail because if they are in jail they can eat. Yeah, tama yan, parang nagpasagod. Okay nga, may mo niya. Para kung priso to gani may papakaon na tuya sa ato sa prisuhan. Oh, di grabe. Wala. Daw langas-langas lang ang nga istorya na matian ko to sa grupo. Kung nabla. Ay, Diyos ko Lord, mga tao. So then we have this what we call the aristocracy. Now, the aristocracy. This aristocracy, I mean, is ruled by the aristocrats. No, aristocrats. Typically, the wealthy people, the educated people. So many monarchies have really been ruled by aristocrats. Today, the term aristocracy is used negatively to accuse a republic of being dominated by rich people. Yeah. And we have this the Democratic Republic. Yelmans and Hong Kong. Baba kayo lang ng mga bahay. You can drop your link if you wish. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat dyan, patamsak mga langga. Salamat sa pagpuntahan. Thanks for listening. Then we have this Democratic Republic. Usually, no? A democratic republic is not a democratic and it is not a republic. No? A government that officially call itself a democratic republic is usually a dictatorship. Communist communist dictatorships have been especially prone to use this term. So the official name of the North Vietnam was the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. China uses the People Republic of China. Read last comment, sir. I am disappointed with Russia. And uh, so hope and pray, no? So that's why there is a need for us to pray for our leaders. There's no such a perfect leader in the world. That's why they also need guidance. And maybe because there are some circumstances that it would triggers, maybe there are some misunderstanding or, you know, uh, Mr. Tamiya 89, I understand you. Thank you so much. So that is your opinion. So you are entitled to your own opinion. Thank you guys for sharing your thought. Um, Sometimes we are but human, but we learn from our mistakes. So maybe the leaders around the world might have conferences, meeting. So they just the situation. No, there is a further investigation of the cause and the reason why. So um, Sila na yung bahala. It's up to those leaders now what to do. No. Please read my last comment. That's why people do not afraid to commit crimes. Like the PH. I'm still praying for Ukraine. I like the yes. Yes, I read it. Yeah, yeah. I was able to read it. Thank you so much, Eugene. You're really very rich in terms of this political concepts. Yeah, uh, that is true, AJ. So we have this democratic republic na sa communist dictatorship have been especially prone to use this term na so just like the China uses the People's Republic of China, something like that. Ah, Maraming salamat sa inyo Langga for sharing your thoughts. I really appreciate you all. My love is so many years ago. Na 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 na. That's why too much democracy can also kill its people. Yeah, too much democracy. Most especially if they will not implement what is right for the people. So that's why lawmakers should implement their laws. What is right, that is no. Whatever penalties should be imposed, no, based on the degree of their violation. Dito kasi sa Pilipinas, grabe yung pasensya ng ano grabe ang pasensya ng pamalaan. Ang haba-haba ng pasensya. Instead na bitahin na bawal kasi because it affects our religious being a Christian nation. That's why parang hindi pinahintulutan yung death penalty is not allowed. Something like that. Sa una, meron yan eh. Yung sa rape bala sa tiyempo ni Irap kauna. Tapos ang uli daw wala na dit penalty. Gindula na kay amo na bala. May nagabalabag. That's why kung mag-implement daw di bala duro gaharang. But it's too hard because the traditions and cultural conflict. Yes, because of our different traditions, cultural conflict, individual differences. Yeah, no the same no individual have the same way of thinking. Tapos grabe patas taasan pam matalin ayan. It's okay to argue but it's not okay to show some parang ano ba nagagalit na ba talaga, no? But it's nice to argue but yeah, so that to find the truth, no? Ano yan gani there are three sides of the coin. Your side, my side, and the truth. We must practice separation of the church and the state. Supposed to be something like that. Na that's why we have this government, no, a social control under which the right to make laws and the right to enforce them is given to a particular group in society. Government power can be held by one individual, a few, or a majority. So, so governments should come in into different forms. The basic law determining the form of government is called the Constitution. Pero ang alam niyo ang nagandahan ako doon sa sa forms of government ng Germany. Ang pamamalakad ng Germany gusto ko.
Ikaw magaan.
Parang they protect the people, they provide the needs of the people. People have works. Parang wala doon mahirap. Parang ganun lang. Kung dito naman sa atin, no work, no eat. Marami pa dito ang jobless. Marami rin ang underemployment, lack of employment. Yan ang mahirap. So, kailangan talaga doble sipag. Mag-multitasking ka talaga. Not like na in Germany, if you don't have work, their government will find a work for you. If you don't like it, then you will find another job suited to your skills, your work experience. If you don't like it, then it's up to you. Sana sa Pilipinas ganun, no? Na bawat individual people, pag umabot ng 65 years old, meron na sila pension given by the government. Parang ganun. Tapos, doon kasi sa Germany, parang parang mataas yung sahod. Oh, kung pareho yung posisyon nyo, the same man, oh. Pero mataas talaga yung pan. Tapos parang pag mag-spend course sila sa ilang infrastructure doon, parang implemented, tapos ang ganda ng daan. Parang ganun ba? Ay, naku. Kareak-reak sa tatay, tanaw mo. You know, AJ, yeah, that's true. But in Philippines, too hard because of traditional and cultural conflict. Yes, AJ, that is true. Most especially that we are being colonized by different countries. But we are colonized by Spain for 300, 333 years, 3 century ba? Yes, 3 century, 3 decades, and 3 years. Just imagine that. And they have a lot of cultures, traditions. But it's so nice, no, that we have these unique genes, variety of genes in our blood. Kita mo mga itsura natin, iba-iba. Yan siguro na yung ating characteristic traits, mental traits. Yung iba-iba yung mga natin. Oh, di ba? Then those country influenced by Spain ba, yeah. Yung mga sa Spanish time, no, di ba? Parang medyo corrupt, medyo, yeah, that's why I think it's in the blood na parang nature doon na parang ganun ganyan. So that's why it is very important, no, as we teach the young generation to be honest, to do their best, to mold them into a better individual, so that if someday if they will be a leader, they will render good services, and yeah, render good services to the people, it will become a leader and they will spread love, no. Sana makaka-contribute man lang na maka-recover ang bansa. We are still in the developing countries, hoping that Philippines will be a developed countries, since we have this a lot of resources, but then we lack technology. So that's why we cannot that harness other resources. Paano mo kaya magmina sa mga oil to sa dalong dagat? Oh, di ba? Ginagawa lang kanina itong carburetor. Maraming salamat mga langga. Thank you for sharing your opinion. So you are entitled to your own opinion. Thank you very much for sharing your thought. I really appreciate it. So, ayan. So that's why we have this constitution, maybe written. No? We have written constitution. Constitution. No? AJ, memorize mo pa ang Philippine Constitution. So, una, doon sa subject namin na political science, na parang pinamemorize, nakalimutan ko na nga eh. So, for the modern governments have many jobs, including providing for the security of their country, keeping order, establishing a system of justice so that people are treated fairly, providing welfare services to those in need, then regulating the economy. Now we'll get into economic system in a bit, and establishing educational system. Yeah, the education sector. In extreme cases of government regulation, every aspect of people's life is controlled. So this is called the totalitarianism. Totalitarianism. No. So that's all for the forms of government. Then we have this theocracy. No? And theocracy government leaders are members of the clergy, church, officials, and the state's of legal system is based on religious law. The rulers are to be divinely guided. Example of theocracies today, the Iran, the Vatican. Yeah. For the dictatorship, we have the example, the dictatorship today is from North Korea, Libya, Myanmar, Burma, Sudan. Grace Rose, shout out Grace Rose. Then we have this transitional government is one of that is in the process of changing from one form to another. No? Countries with transitional government are often unstable. Example countries with transitional governments are Afghanistan, then the Iraq. The economic system with what is economics about anyway? Economic has to do with the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. 1 minute table talk. What do the words production, distribution, and consumption mean? Mm. Sa the production, no? Yung mga produkto na import, export, no? Then distribution, in and out. And of course, consumption, of course, the consumers, no? Uh, it depends on their demand, their needs for of consumption. Dikit kanimbang. Salamat. Then we have this capitalism, so economic system in which the individuals and corporations are free to invest in and own all the aspects of a business. In a capital country, people own their own companies and can manage them to earn a profit. Then we have this socialism. Socialism, a political and economic system in which some businesses are controlled by the government rather than by individuals. In a socialist country, people have equal rights to various benefits, the health, education, and there is an effort to limit the inequalities of wealth and power. Taxes are often quite high to provide for these benefits. People do hold private property in socialist countries. A country can be both socialist and democratic. Ejin, dyan ka pa, Ejin. Tiyan mo na gani nga may mga sanksyon, yung strategy da para mawikin ang kwansang isa para mag-surrender na hindi na mag-conflict. Ay tamiya naman, ayan, I don't know. I don't know. Sa kanyang soldier, yan kasi pag-stop yan ng isang leader, mas stop ron. Pero I don't know, basi may order na si Gihon. Binabisaya ko lang guys para hindi tama, ano, para hindi tama, kwan. Alam mo na. Maraming salamat dyan na in socialist country, people have equal rights to various benefits, parehas ang health, education, and there is an effort to limit the inequalities of wealth and power. Then the taxes often private property in socialist countries. Yes, dahil. Hmm. Kita nun man pa eh. Idulong ko dyan. Hindi na kaya mag-send sa messenger ga ang mga large na file. Ah, yan lang. I-try ko ha. I-try ko lang. I-try ko lang ga. Thank you very much. Sandali lang guys ha. Ayan, maraming salamat dyan sa inyo lang ga ha. Lapag na kayo ng bahay nyo. The Giving Friends shout out. Sandali lang guys ha. AJ, shout out. Sandali lang ga. TCG Farm. You can shout out. Just wait. Just wait lang ga. TCG Farm. You can lapag your bahay. Thank you very much. Lapag lang kay bahay lang ga. Sandali lang ga. I have some important uh, transaction. I will go back. TCG Farm, thank you very much. Just wait lang ga. I will bringing this phone so I will know what is happening. Okay. Hello, shout out, shout out. Hmm. Titurok ka ron? Turok ron to? Lupa. Nalik-close ka sa movies. Hello guys, big love shout out. Juris Passion is back. I have some very important transaction outside. So let's go back. So a while ago, I'm discussing the forms of government. So we have this socialism, a political and economic system in which some businesses are controlled by the government rather than by individuals. In socialist, where's my eyeglass? My eyes has no problem, but I wanted to protect my eyes from the radiation of the computer. Thank you very much, the gaming friends. In socialist country, people have equal rights to various benefits such as health, education, and there is effort to limit the inequalities of wealth and power. People um, do hold private property in socialist countries. A country can be both socialist and democratic as well. In the communism, a political and economic system in which the government controls all business. Individual people cannot own property or industries. And in theory, people of all social classes are treated equally. Communist countries have the totalitarian governments. All communists are socialists, but not all socialists are communists. Think of it as a spectrum na we have the capitalism, socialism, communism. For communism, we have this China, Cuba, North Korea. The socialism, we have this Sweden, Canada, something like that. And then capitalism, United States. Still a little confused. What, no? If you are still confused, guys, do you have any question? You can also share your ideas. Thank you very much, Langga. To all of you there, thank you very much. Yung mga pis na mga slipatan. Gaming friends, shout out.